So, this is your boy Brandon, Mr. For Real Grundy, and this is my review of Dune 2. Oh my gosh, it was a long movie. It was almost 3 hours. Yeah, yeah, it was almost 3 hours. Um, Starting it off, it was a lot going on at the beginning of the movie. A lot. If you haven't watched it yet and you don't want any spoilers, now's your time to stop the video. But again, for me, I don't really get turned off by spoilers. So I'm about to tell you how the movie was. Like I said, it started out, there was a lot going on, man. I forgot how much happened in the first movie. So it picks up. The son is in the desert. He's learning their ways, and they're hiding from one of the other families. And the suits are amazing in there. Like they got these black suits that they can use to like. It kind of looks like they're in space, but they're not in space. If you remember how the people move outside of like the space station, where they're like grabbing stuff and pulling and moving, kind of like underwater. But yeah, they can do that like regularly, and it's interesting to watch them moving like that. But yeah, it starts off with a little hide and seek. But again, there's so much going on in that movie. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say I didn't like the movie. I enjoyed it. It was just really long, like almost 3 hours. Like I remember going into the movies at 10 something and leaving after 1 o'clock. So yeah. So if you're not trying to sit for a long time, don't go watch it. You might want to wait and watch it at home, like in the comfort of your own home. But yeah. So it starts off they're hiding from another family. Apparently his mom's like pregnant or something. So I think he has a sister inside of his mom's belly or womb, whatever you want to call it. Um, it's really interesting how a lot of the people in that desert tribe are okay with him, but a lot of them like blame him for the death because remember he fought the guy in the first movie, and he ends up killing him. So when they go back to one of their main hiding spots, a lot of those people that knew the guy that the son killed, they were already mad at him, and yeah, they weren't too happy. But eventually, like as the movie progresses, they start to form a bond because they start to see like he's just as much, an outsider or a victim as they are. So they accept him, and it's cool to see the growth. He learns a lot of stuff from them, and he's open, but he also has like these dreams and flashes, and he sees stuff. So it's wild, like because he'll be sleeping, and all of a sudden he has a dream about something, and it changes the whole narrative for a little bit of the movie. But Zendaya, she compliments him a lot in the movie. Like she's a good co-star. I'll say that she's a great co-star. There were way more pieces to this movie than I thought. I was just like, man, the fight scenes were great. I'll say that. Fight scenes were great. The story, great. So again, for me, it's all about can you stay focused for 3 hours like that? Avatar had the colors, and the water and the new animals and stuff. The Dune is like desert. It's like gray or brown or bleak, whatever you want to call it, but it's not a lot of color in the movie. But it is a good movie. Like, if you like the first movie, you'll definitely like the second one. It it has a lot to do with those families, those royal families, and like it brings a lot of stuff to light. Basically, they knew the main guy knew that the prince's family was going to get demolished or whatever, and he was cool with it. That's what really messed with me. I was like, the way they explained it in the movie was like the top guy thought of the prince's dad as his son. You know, he treated him like a son, but he let him like go down there and get slaughtered because they all about that spice, man. That spice. So yeah, that kind of like threw me off knowing that he was that greedy. Like, man, like you killed off a whole bloodline for that spice stuff. So, yeah, again, it's a really good movie. Like if you like the first Dune, or if you like the old Dune, a lot of people don't even talk about the old Dune. But if you like the first one, you will definitely like the second one. Again, it's a little long. Like I think the runtime on it is, like I said, it's right under 3 hours. That I know for sure. It's right under 3 hours. But I want to see for sure. Because I don't want to tell y'all, and then it's like, nah, it wasn't that long. Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now. I'm literally looking up at the screen. It says Dune Part 2 sci-fi movie, 2 hours, 46 minutes. 14 minutes away from 3 hours. So yeah, if you're trying to go watch it, make sure you are ready. Get you some snacks. Like if you go to Cinemark, no, they're not sponsoring me. But if you go to Cinemark, make sure you get a whole round of snacks. You know, you get some popcorn, you get some candy, you get a drink, maybe get a spare thing of candy. Cause yeah, this movie is long, and it's not a bad movie. But for me, I kind of like the first one a little bit. I'm gonna have to watch Dune 2 again. I like the first one a little bit better. Like, if you want my honest opinion, I give out of a 10, I give Dune Part 2 a 8, solid 8. There were times where it got really slow, but I give it a solid 8. The Part 3 is probably gonna be the best one though. Yeah. Because I'm like I said, I'm not gonna ever, give the whole movie away. I'll just give my thoughts on it and how I rate it. So there will always be something you'll see in the movie that I didn't bring up on purpose. But yeah, the build up for the third part, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. But again, like I said, I enjoyed it. It was long. There's not a lot of color scheme in it. It's in the desert. The worms were cool. Again, the fight scenes were cool. The different families, like seeing how they move, how they act, that was awesome. So, again, if you like the first Dune, you'll like the second one. If you're just hopping into Dune, it might be a lot to take because again, the beginning, just there's so much going on, especially with the families. And if you don't know what's going on from the first one, you're gonna be like, I don't get it. So watch the first one. If you haven't already, then go watch the second one. I'm just saying, trying to help you out here. But it's a great movie. Go watch it. If you're taking your kids, depending on how old your kids are, you might need to take a diaper bag or a overnight bag. I didn't take my kids to watch it, but I'm saying like the length of time and the amount of stuff not happening sometimes in that movie, they might go to sleep. So Thank you for watching. I'm Brandon Miss Farrell Grundy, and this has been another movie review by yours truly. If you want to check it out, check it out. It's a good movie.